that, we're going to talk about what's going on, why it's at $50,000, what we're expecting. We come to you live every single day, as you guys know. Today, we come to you every day. Today is Tuesday, October the 5th. 75 degrees in here. 100 in the car. I almost went an extra button down. I almost went all the way down here. And I was telling TJ before the show how much it scares me, how comfortable I am in having buttons undone on the show.
I said it makes me nervous, and you said it scares you more than it scares me.
It makes me, I'm terrified of myself at this point. I don't know what I'm capable of. I used to think I knew myself what I was capable of, but I guess I way underestimated myself. Coming to you live every single day, as you guys know, at 11:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a little bit later now, but we've been talking for 3 minutes, I think. Guys, Bitcoin doing some really good stuff. We got people in the basement over here on Twitch. Welcome TikTok, welcome YouTube, welcome Twitch, welcome Theta. We got people over here clipping segments. Guys, what about that Facebook outage yesterday? Super sketch. Now, do you know, TJ, I did a little more investigation into what happened yesterday. It did not look like Telegram was affected. What it was is that Telegram, TikTok, and Snapchat, and maybe YouTube too, were all reporting problems due to the increased traffic from all the people that would be on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And is there one more, or is it just those three?
Those are the big ones.
Yeah, I think they own one other decently sized one. But anyways, the point is, all three of those were down, and so people were hurrying over to these other social media sites and creating, traffic problems, basically. So what's really interesting is that, there's this Facebook whistleblower they've been talking about that's saying a bunch of stuff that's going on at Facebook, and then all of a sudden the DNS for Facebook gets deleted. So they may be trying to hide some stuff. Now, I read an article yesterday. Did you know about this big Facebook expose on Wall Street Journal?
No.
There's a Wall Street Journal about how Facebook is dead. Facebook is dying. I was surprised by this. I was surprised because I've been thinking that they're going to make a comeback at some point. They were talking about the extremes that Facebook has been going to try to increase their users. Now, Facebook made a change, I think it was in 2018, where they changed the algorithm so that you would now only get served what they consider to be engaging posts. Like, there was a different term for it, meaningful engagement. That's what they're concerned about. That's when they changed everybody's timeline. That's really when Facebook started dying. People were really upset with that. People left. They never came back. We know the new generation is not coming to Facebook at all. Facebook is actually, do you know who they are targeting now? This is the weirdest thing. Let me see if I can find this article so I can read you exactly what it says. It was so insane. Yahoo, Facebook. Let's see. Leaked Facebook docs show, you can show the screen. Leaked Facebook docs show the company saw preteens as an untapped audience. You can't make this up. And wanted to leverage play dates. That was their strategy to grow. Leverage play dates between moms that could bring their young kids and somehow use that to get kids involved in Facebook. Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever heard?
That is strange.
It is a desperate company that is in the middle of dying. They've got this whistleblower going on right now. This comes right after this big expose. So look, it looks like to me that yesterday they were hiding something. We got all these, the Pandora Papers that are out. We'll talk about here in a little bit. Some really sketchy stuff going on with that. Not really America-based, but yeah, I don't know. The thing that happened yesterday, it's kind of bigger than crypto, but it's very sketchy, and I think we're going to find out more about this for sure. So let's see. Let's go to, do we want to talk crypto? Is that what we want to do?
I think we should.
Okay, let's move on to the market watch. First and foremost, we hit a new number today. Excuse me, 1.29 million subscribers. Thank you to everybody for that. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, where everybody on Twitter is now verified, except for us. Thank you, Twitter. We're like the biggest, or one of the biggest on Twitter and crypto, of course. And we can't get verified. So Twitter, we just want to say, can I just say this real quick? I want to say something personal. Jack, I love your nose ring. I've been wrong about it, honestly. I think it makes you look very capitalistic and manly. I like that about you, Jack. Please verify. That is all. All right. And then Instagram, which we tried to show yesterday. what was down. You can follow us there. We've got 296,000 followers there.
What is that?
What's that?
What is that a picture of in the middle? Oh,
what did you think it was?
I couldn't tell. It looked zoomed out. It looked like
somebody waxing armpit hair.
Yeah, like a hairy leg or something.
Oh, hairy. Okay. And then of course we have my personal account, which I've just got going again, which is Dad Jokes FTW. You guys can check that out. You guys can see me shooting a grenade launcher here, which was pretty fun. Look at this picture. What do y'all like this one right here?
Date night.
Date night. Me and Teach. Now there were other people there, but
yeah.
Anyways, okay, let's move on to the markets here. We have the market cap coming in right now, 2.179 trillion. Now it was up over 2.2 trillion last night. I wonder what dropped, because Bitcoin is not down. Bitcoin just dropped at this moment, of course. Thank you, Bitcoin. Volume way up, 112 billion. Bitcoin dominance up 43%. ETH dominance about the same. And it is going to cost you, why is my math incapable right now? 73.5 Paraguays. Is that right? 73.5 Paraguays to send an ETH transaction. We got Bitcoin just dropped. It was at 52.2 when we started the show, but now, of course, it is at 49.8. Thank you, Bitcoin, for ruining my 50,000 party. Ethereum coming in 34.21. Cardano is still hovering around the same area. No, it hadn't changed. It was 220 yesterday, 219 today. XRP up to $1.07. It just went up another penny here in the last hour. Solana down. So that's interesting. Solana down with a retracement. Doge having a Shiba-like pump. What do you make of this Shiba pump?
I mean,
why is it pumping so 83% a day?
Yeah, they're pushing it again. I mean, it's all over the place. I mean, they're in the chat again here like crazy. You know, they got the bots going strong. I'm sure it's all over TikTok.
Who is Michael Navarro? You got that question on the other side? Shannon is saying he's been asking a question all week and we haven't answered it.
Needs to know the limbo.
No. He said needs to know, laugh my butt off. He's been asking for a week, I think. So if you can scroll and find that maybe.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay. We can answer that.
Okay.
We've answered it before, but we can do it.
Okay, so back to Shiba though. What is going on with this?
It's just a hype token. It's getting hyped up. People that don't understand will continue to buy it.
Do you think this is a sign of bullishness overall?
Yeah.
Or the return of the meme coin pumps? Dogecoin pumps number 2, Shiba pumps number 1?
Yeah, it could be almost like, you know how Dogecoin traditionally has a big pump that kind of starts things off? Shiba could be kind of like the new Doge in that respect. So, yeah, it could.
Shiba could be the new Doge.
Yeah. New dog coin to pump us all up before alt season.
So, when I was growing up, I was telling my wife this story last night. This is totally unrelated to anything, but this is a classic story in my life. When I was growing up, the phrase, people didn't say Doge, they said dog. Dog. You walk up to your homie, you'd be like, what up, dog? Right? Right when that was getting popular, I think I was probably in the 6th or the 7th grade. One day after school, I came in from the bus and I just learned this. I was like, this thing's so cool. Like, you say, what's up, dog? And I went into the kitchen. I told my mom, I said, what up, dog? And she went, whoa. She slapped me in the face so hard.
What?
I did not have an abusive mother, just so everybody knows. This is the only time in my entire life that my mom slapped me. But she did slap me. And when my mom grew up, calling someone a dog was like the worst thing you could possibly say.
Right.
Yeah. Like, you know,
like
you think of the B word, whatever.
Yeah.
And so my mom thought I was like, you know, I came in and I was like being extremely rude and extremely disrespectful. And she apologized later because she felt bad because I was just trying to be friendly. There was like a thing like, what up, dog? So now the new thing, we should all say, what up, Doge?
What up, Doge?
What up, Doge? What up, Doge?
Not
I made
what
my
up,
mom
Shiba?
sound terrible. My mom's a great mom. Love my mom. Yeah, big boy versus butt whooping. I did get a few butt whoopings in my life from both my mother and my father. So
apparently Robinhood is adding Shiba and trying to pump it up.
Really? Well, that's
Supposedly,
really interesting.
according to White Paladin.
Yeah, I got smacked for being fresh. It's pretty good. So yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, look, we're not ever. I know the Shiba people, like, they really, really want me to be like, everybody go buy Shiba, and I'm just not ever gonna do that. I'm sorry. Like, I've never done that with Dogecoin. There have been times when I said, I think right now Dogecoin could be a good short-term investment, but we just don't really put money into meme projects very often here, and it's certainly not something we advocate that our audience does. So, I mean, look at what happened with SafeMoon. I think it's pretty much tanked. Like, SafeMoon, I think, is almost dead, right?
I would hope so after, I mean, I know the price is way down.
Yeah,
people are still buying, but that's the thing.
And they're still mad about me trashing it.
These projects tend to prey on people that don't understand, and most of the time it's one of the first crypto projects people hear about, Shiba or Doge or SafeMoon, and then they hear about the gains, and
it's down like 80 or 90%. But I mean, we saw some other coins that went down that far.
Right. I mean, it happens, but the difference is some of these other coins actually are doing something, have some use other than just hype and pump.
Well, and I will say this: I would not put Shiba and SafeMoon on the same level. I definitely don't. I don't put Dogecoin and Shiba on the same level. Put Dogecoin above Shiba, and Shiba gets its own little tier. I think it was started kind of sketch, but SafeMoon is very problematic because it's got a lot of back doors for scams.
Right.
It's got a back door where the whole project can be basically liquidated. We covered all that, and that's why they got mad at us. So it is what it is. But Shiba, to me, I don't know. It's like Shiba could possibly become, like, it might be like the Ethereum to Bitcoin for Dogecoin. You got Dogecoin, you got Shiba. I don't think we're ever going to see Shiba pass. How close is it, I wonder? Way far away. I mean, it's still, Dogecoin is still 5 times bigger than Shiba, but Shiba's at top 30 now. So I think at some point, you do have to talk about, this stuff when it pumps like this. I mean, you cannot ignore 171% pump and an 83% pump. And I think this is a great, indicator that we could possibly be heading back into parabolic territory. Because like TJ said, we've always seen Dogecoin kind of start moving before Bitcoin does. People are saying I like back doors. We have a pet door in our back door, so we don't have to open it. I don't have to go in the back door very often.
Yeah, I did that too.
The Doges go out by themselves.
It's clutch.
You got it as well.
Yeah.
Hey,
doggy
nothing like
great.
it.
Nothing like it.
Doggy door.
Easy in and out.
Absolutely.
All right, let's do some Q&A.
Do we really want to? This is so fun today.
Q&A. GRT and really PT for this run. What does that mean? RLY.
What is that's rally?
Rally. What is PT?
What is PT?
GRT is the graph. We're big fans of the graph.
I don't know what PT is.
So what do you think about rally?
Rally is very interesting. It's a coin Raoul Pal likes a lot. It's a coin that it's a coin that allows creators to create their own tokens, right, in a fair way, in a decentralized way, without having to do like an ICO or an IDO or anything like that. And so Raoul Pal says that basically creator coins, or what does he call it? Community coins. That they're going to be the #1 niche in the next bull run. And very interesting stuff. I mean, we certainly have BitToken that was all airdropped. We never made a dime on that. And we use it. We have utility. It works with BitSwap. It works with our NFTs has got some utility. And then, of course, we have Coin League coming out here soon, which you guys will be finding out more about that in the next week.
Yeah, and that's built by the guys over at DexKit that did a similar project to make it easy and turnkey for creators to launch their own projects and community tokens. And it seems like that's a pretty big trend right now of platforms for creators to launch community tokens. And I tend to agree with Raoul Pal. That's going to be a big trend next cycle.
Well, we got this comment here from Lord Narwhal. He says, China bans stupid, cringe, repetitive jokes. Guess we have to close the channel.
All right. Well,
channel's close.
That was fun.
Thanks, guys.
Also, Ryan Turner with the super chat. I think he asked this yesterday too. Thoughts on Ergo?
Everywhere she has to be, Ergo.
They just said bad jokes.
It wasn't repetitive. That's a first timer.
That's a fresh.
We like Ergo a lot. They've got some connections to to XRP or Cardano. They have connections to Cardano, not XRP. I think Ergo is a good coin. I think it's an up and coming one. A lot of people don't know about. Let's see here. Let's see where it's at right now. It's coming in at number 147. And I told you guys, I'm telling you, a lot of the gems in crypto are found in the 100 to 200 range.
Yep.
This is right in the middle of that at 147. Circulating supply of 32 million, so not super high, and the max supply is less than 100 million, which is good. Good tokenomics on it. Market cap's at 377 million. Diluted market cap, not too bad, coming in at 1.152 million. So we've been looking a little bit at that and how that plays into things. So I like Ergo. I think it's a great project.
3 comments in a row on Matic. I'm not sure. It's only up a couple.
Were those posted manually, or you think they were posted
No, I mean,
automatically?
They're all different. Golly. You heard the word bad joke, and you're just going to force as many in now as you can, right?
I love it. That's what I do.
Force them in.
Yeah. We love Matic. Great for Matic.
Yeah. Our H-bar Matic super chat from Dustin Quarles. What do you think?
H-bar Matic.
That's a tough one.
I'm gonna take H-bar, but by a sliver.
Yeah, they're both strong.
By a leg hair.
Dylan Chesney, thoughts on reserve rights, hugely supported by Coinbase Ventures, PayPal, and Venmo.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think if you look at the backers, it's pretty well. Isn't it a stable coin?
I don't think it's a stable coin.
It is a stable coin. That may not be the stable coin, but it's pegged to a stable coin or something like that. We haven't covered it in a long time.
It's actually one I was looking at the other day as a potential breakout that we could add.
Stable currency, a human right. Stable currency. It's the activism. It has activism.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Activism. You guys know this one's going big. Activism is huge right now.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this activist show they were gonna have?
I think I told you about it.
I don't think so.
Well, I did.
Well, you may have told me. I read about it. I saw it on TikTok because there was a huge blowback from Julianne Hough.
Yeah.
Because she was going to be one of the judges. It's like America's top activist.
Yeah. I saw a commercial for it, and I think I told somebody about it. I thought you were there.
Well, maybe it was, and I wasn't. I mean, I was doing what you do in the show. I wasn't paying attention, but
I do that all the time.
Yeah, I know. So, anyways, there was a big backlash against it because they're like, well, you don't even do activism. Like, what are you talking? How can you judge? And so she had to like withdraw from the show. Usher is supposed to be on it, I think. I don't know. How crazy. What a cringe concept for a show.
Exactly the word I was thinking of. It's about as cringe as it gets, but
it is. But this is the project here. It says we believe that access to a stable currency should be a human right. We believe that hyperinflation can, with time and persistence, be eradicated. I think it's here. It is okay. So it has the reserve dollar, which is RSV. Right. That is the crypto that maintains 1-to-1 parity with the US dollar. I believe the actual RSR, I think maybe that's like an elastic crypto, something like that.
Yeah, definitely goes up and down because I'm looking at the chart. So
yeah, I think it's because it's elastic, like Ampleforth.
Yeah,
I think.
But looking at the chart, it looks like it's in a really good spot. So
yeah,
I was actually thinking about talking about that on Monday.
Cool.
Patty, if altcoins follow Bitcoin, why will the altcoin season continue after Bitcoin? He says dumps, but the better word is tops out.
Well, it does dump. I mean, it went from 20,000 to 14,000 during altcoin season. I think it went all the way down to 12,000 during altcoin season in January 2017 or 2018. What you have to understand is what TJ said is correct. Is because it tops out. It's not because Bitcoin runs out of momentum to keep going. It's because people are in so much profit for Bitcoin, they want to duplicate that into other projects. And so really what altcoin season is, the profits flowing out of Bitcoin and into altcoins. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, the analogy you do with the chocolate fountain is a really good way to describe it.
Yeah, like fondue fountain.
Yeah, fondue fountain.
Yeah, so it kind of, just so everybody understands, you think of a fondue fountain, right? You go to Golden Corral or Golden Coral, some people call it, go there and You get a little marshmallow, right? And they got the chocolate fondue fountain. You dip it in the top, but it's got layers to it. And the chocolate drips down. Top layer is Bitcoin, right? And if at any given point during this flow, it gets stopped, it's got to start back over at the top. So Bitcoin starts flowing down and people are making profits. Bitcoin's going up. People are making money. Those profits flow down into Ethereum, okay? Then Ethereum starts pumping out of control. And then people take profits out of Ethereum and move them into like top 10 coins. The top 10 coins start exploding. Then after that, people take those profits, move them down to like the top 50 projects, top 100 projects. And when those start pumping out of control, then it becomes free for all. And even micro caps are having money pouring into them out of control. So if at any point in that process, it gets stopped, then you got to start back over with Bitcoin. But that's why altcoin season is so rare, because it's got to flow all the way down like the chocolate running on your Marshy.
Awesome. And then we've got another question on similar topic. Also, thanks for that super chat money talk. But
don't know anything about it.
Yeah. With deflation coming in the fall, how will that affect altcoins runs after BTC tops, like we were just talking about? So same scenario, but with deflation in the mix, how's that going to change it, or will it?
It's a great question. And I've been wondering this myself. We could potentially see a December this year where we have Bitcoin and altcoins running at the same time. And then maybe we end up getting, this deflation news when the report comes back, maybe from November. Maybe it starts in the fall, but we get the report in January. This is a real scenario I could see happening, because I've even been told that we are possibly now looking at altcoins running until January. Same thing we saw in 2018, right? So what this could mean is that the deflation switch could turn on in the fall, in December, in the first 2 weeks of December, but we don't get that report until January. So that difference between when it begins and people are taking profits in Bitcoin, it starts dropping, and the actual report that comes back with the deflationary numbers could be in January. That could be when things top out for all altcoins.
Real quick, super chat, thoughts on Phantom?
Never seen it. That was a joke.
The project.
Phantom, highly overrated movie, The Phantom. Phantom Menace, I thought was okay. The project, we like it. Smart contract platform. Phantom has just been, look, on this channel, we try to cover as much as we can possibly cover. I feel like Phantom has definitely been one that we've undercovered. We've been bullish on it at different times. I feel like we've always been bullish on it at the wrong times. That's the way it feels, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Miss out on the pump. So Phantom is just one that on this channel, we just don't cover a lot. It doesn't have like a lot of groundbreaking news, but it is constantly making progress.
Yeah. When early in the year was the one where we put all of our 1,000 to 10,000, and it probably did if we had left it there. So who knows? But let's run through these next ones real quick. Ryan Scoundrel, we had a few people asking about updates on the bit pool that is up and running. So you should see, we're scheduled, I think, to solve a couple blocks today. So you'll see those rewards pumping back in, and we've got all the backup set up and all the the RAM upgraded and all the different relays in place to make sure we're very future proof, and it'll automatically update. So all those issues should be resolved, and we're back to minting blocks as usual. And then last question, I guess, from Michael Navarro, the one he's been asking for a couple days. How are coins burned? How does a system know to take burned coins out of the supply?
Right. So have you ever been to like Publix, and you're on the grill section, and you remember you don't have like an automated igniter, and you got to get like a manual, one of those like 8 to 10 inch long lighters?
Yep.
That's what you have to do. You have to have one of the long lighters with the long black tube on it to be able to stick it into the blockchain to get the ignition and to light it. And once the coins are burned, they don't come back into the supply because they're incinerated by that big lighter. I got an American flag one with an eagle on the side of it for the 4th of July cookout.
You send it to a burn address.
Okay, so basically what this means is, can you entertain me for just a little bit, TJ?
I did. I let you do it.
I know, but then you just came in, you chopped my legs out from under me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so yes.
You know you don't have very long ones.
TJ is.
I'm sorry.
They're longer than yours.
Well, I don't know. It could be a torso thing, but yeah, there's about a half-inch difference. I don't know if it's
I
legs or
definitely got at
torso.
least a half-inch on you. I'll tell you that.
We'll have to measure.
Well, we'll go to the gym. We'll do it. We'll do it. So back to the serious topic at hand, coin burning, because I know it's confusing because you hear the word burn and you do think like, what are they doing? Lighting them on fire? It doesn't really make any sense. Are they destroying them? What it is there is an address created that no one has access to. Kind of like we talked about with Smooth Love Potion when I accidentally sent some money there, to the wrong address and it never got returned. You send it into that address, and once it gets sent there, it's totally gone because it can never come back into the supply because they're inaccessible. So all burn tokens are just inaccessible tokens. And so when they're gone and accessible, they're removed from the supply. We've got a lot of coins. Some people estimate 3 to 4 million Bitcoin are actually inaccessible right now, including Satoshis and many, many other ones. So we're coming in right now, guys, at 13,119 viewers, 2,400 likes. Guys, we fell short of the goal yesterday. I know today we can hit 7,000. The number one contribution you can make on this channel is liking the videos. Seriously, that helps us more than anything else you can do. We don't want your money. We don't want your racy photographs, okay? All we want is you to just hit that like button for us. That's all we want. You're watching on mobile, go ahead and exit out of the live chat, hit the like button and come back to the live chat. You didn't miss a thing. Watching on smart TV, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, more actions, more options, and make sure to hit the subscriber. hit the like button. Sorry.
What did he say?
Nick Demonde put a paper up that said worst pun ever. Then we got this guy up here. We got this douche in the chat who said, this show's so boring. You think this is boring? You think this show we're having today is the most boring show? This has been the most entertaining show we've done in years. In years, most entertaining show. So if this doesn't entertain you, I'll feed you to the lions.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Are you not? Who is that?
I think that's the Gladiator.
Okay, so we have a poll over here that says, will Ben flawlessly draw some 2FTA on the new iPad?
All right, I'm voting on this one for sure.
Well, you know the answer is no.
Yeah, absolutely not.
It's 100% today because
the iPad's dead.
It's dead.
Another piece of technology.
Did not realize this until about 3 minutes ago.
Another variable, another tick in the non-iPad use column, I would say.
Well, if we just had, let's see. Oh, it's the wrong charger.
Thanks for that super chat, Jason.
Oh man, we need a longer Allison. We need a longer cord. I didn't realize this till just a few minutes ago. So no, the answer to that question is no. I'm literally
also
humiliated.
The answer to that question is we've been doing this show every day for about a year now. I don't know if you've ever flawlessly drawn TA lines.
Huh. I mean, it might be true.
I mean, you're great at it, but
I mean, it's a work in progress.
Lines are a little squiggly.
Oh, but look at Ethereum.
It's part of the entertainment.
Ethereum just got
I'm gonna start our time over.
Oh, okay. Ben jokes are not funny. Marco Velez. I didn't have a comeback for that. That really hurt. I've thought about this new interesting thing I might start doing on the channel when people say trolling comments to me. Instead of like, like coming back at them, I might just be like, that hurts.
Yeah.
I'm wounded in my soul, Marco Velez. Even though me saying your name out loud on this show is the most success you've ever had. That hurts, honestly. That really hurts me. More like Marco Polo. Nobody can find you.
Corey has this super chat here about the volume, asking how much volume, or if we have enough to move up right now. And there was one in the Q&A asking about like, what kind of volume do we need to get kind of a parabolic move up or alt season? Do you want to touch on the importance of volume real quick?
Yeah, the important thing is that we continue to increase with the market cap, really. I mean, there isn't like a specific number where you're like, oh, well, we need this. I would say right now, we definitely need to stay above 100 million or at least very close, 100 billion, very close in that vicinity to keep things moving in a positive manner. But you got to keep in mind, a lot of times when we see these pumps, and this is a dirty little secret about volume that people don't want to admit, because of TA, people want to like be so dependent on the volume, and we need this, we need this, we need this. Most pumps and most dumps, the volume comes out of nowhere. Just all of a sudden, you know, totally explodes. Like if we go and we look at Bitcoin's volume here, let's see, to the year to date, market, is there supposed to be volume at the bottom of this? Isn't there? Is it that small? We can't even see it.
Yeah, I can't see the bottom.
Can't see it either. But the point is that most of the time what you're going to see is the volume just comes out of nowhere. Like it'll be flatline, 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 gigantic pump, gigantic volume. Why do you think that is? That's because the money is being moved by people that have a lot of money. So when they're ready to push it, it gets pushed in either direction. So it's not necessarily that we need like a certain level of volume to get to certain places. It's more like we need this call TJ to J. I don't hate that. But what we need is that we just need the volume to be kind of steady and prepare for those pumps when it comes. And we need it probably higher than $100 billion, I would say. I think that's probably a pretty safe number. But the thing is, as the volume gets higher, or as the price of Bitcoin gets higher and higher, that number's got to increase, right? So when we were at the peak at 64K, I mean, we were seeing $200 billion worth of volume a day, right? It was on 250 one day, I believe. That was the high.
I mean, we're at 113 right now. Kind of like you're saying, it'll just jump. You know, it can jump from 113 to 180 to 200, whatever, out of nowhere. And then it might hold and push those pumps. It might not.
Yeah, I think there's a good quote or a good comment here in the basement from M. Listow 1. It comes out of nowhere because as volume diminishes, the market is more susceptible to a massive move. It's like the definition of manipulation. This is why you see a lot of big moves on the weekends, because the volume is low, so it's easier to move it in either direction. So, okay. All right, let's get to the charts here, though. We got Bitcoin coming in right now, 49,987. Now, something interesting to watch here, if we look at Ethereum and we look at the daily chart, look at what we just have on the Ethereum chart. We just got the green dot at the top on Market Cipher A. Well, we come over here to yesterday on Bitcoin, we got the green dot on Market Cipher A, and then that led to a pump all the way from 49.2 at the peak and went all the way up to $50,378. Is that the exact number? $50,395.50. So could we see the same thing for Ethereum? Now, TJ, have you felt like Ethereum has just been like so boring lately?
Well, I mean, it made that nice move over 3,000, but yeah.
But it just followed along with what Bitcoin did.
Yeah, it's fallen in a really tight range. It hasn't done anything especially interesting lately. Yeah, kind of sideways. Like, I think that's why a lot of us were getting really bored for a couple of weeks there. Was starting to having PTSD from the bear market where things just sat sideways for months and months and months. But, you know, I'm confident it's going to come back.
Yeah. So, but I feel, because I was thinking about it last night when I was making this video for you guys about the news, and I was just sitting there thinking about how, like, there was a time during this bull run where we could basically, you know, we could have a video where I just said Ethereum, Ethereum, Ethereum. It'll go to like 300,000 views. Like, that's it. Like, people loved Ethereum videos so much.
Oh, back over 50.
Yeah, people loved Ethereum videos so much. Oh God, I just drew a random boomerang on the chart there.
There's the flawless drawing.
Look, this is actually a shark.
That's a shark?
Yeah, it's a shark.
Okay.
You like it?
No.
See, it's the nose.
Here's
the mouth. The fangs are right here.
Fangs?
I mean, whatever. I don't know what you call shark teeth.
Teeth? Yeah. I guess you do.
God, why am I so terrible? I don't know what. I'm just terrible.
No.
I have low self-esteem problems.
You're great.
Well, thank you, TJ.
You're welcome.
Thank you, TJ.
You're welcome.
But I was thinking about that last night, and here's really what I want to say is that when it comes to Ethereum, we've seen these lulls to sleep before, where it lulls you to sleep and then it starts running and people are excited about it. Do not be confused. We are still as bullish as ever on Ethereum on this channel. And when this thing starts to run, we will be covering it, better than any other channel, as we always do with Ethereum and Cardano and, XRP, all the projects that we're known for on this channel. But you know, I think Ethereum's getting ready to move is the point. Also, our grill is ready. We'll be going to pick up the grill tomorrow. Got some. Speaking of Cardano, XRP, and Ethereum,
get a little ETH on the teeth.
Dang right, little ETH on the teeth, man. We're excited about that thing. So, all right, Bitcoin reclaims $50,000 for the first time since early September, as traders turn greedy. Bitcoin's manager revisited the $50,000 level on Binance for the first time since September 7th. The day El Salvador adopted the largest crypto as legal tender. That'll always be funny. That's the marker for this. So is that a vampire shark?
Yeah, they don't think you did the best shark, and now they're all singing TJ Shark,
Oh, yeah. Baby TJ Shark, baby TJ Shark. Crypto Fear and Greed Index, a popular tool for measuring Bitcoin market sentiment, is now flashing greed. The benchmark crypto peaked at 49,811 on Bitstamp earlier today, stopping short of reclaiming a psychological price point. Of course, we know right now now it's back under again. Keeps going up above and then down below. Where was the story here? Let's see. On September 28th, sentiment indicator dipped into extreme fear. Let's see. It's up 21%, with October so far living up to its name. I like Rocktober, or maybe Doctober. I don't know. It's because you got to see the doctor this month.
You said you like Pumptober.
Pumptober.
It's like a pumpkin.
Pumptober. That's it. Pumptober. Can we like, we need to do something with that. Pumptober. Make it a thing.
Maybe make a song.
Hashtag Pumptober.
Now we got some music people.
Yeah, y'all make me a Pumptober song. Let's hear it.
We can make our own. We got a whole music crew.
That old T Salty just clips everything.
Yeah, he's a clipper.
Is it much easier to clip?
Yes, it's designed for it. It's great.
Corey J. Harden says, I have a shark tattoo on my leg that I shall make TJ. You're on my leg now, TJ, and you're barking up the right tree. Which, Justin J. Chain's got a new Money Gang tattoo yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
About that.
Going hard.
Legendary investor Bill Miller, Bitcoin is a Ferrari, gold is a horse and buggy. I mean, I love this right here. Bill Miller, who has the most mundane name in the history of mankind, emphasized how outdated gold is compared to Bitcoin. During the Forbes Shook Top Advisor Summit, investing legend Bill Miller weighed in on the narrative about Bitcoin replacing gold. The ex-Leg Mason CIO, do you know Leg Mason?
No.
Compared the largest crypto to a Ferrari car. Oh, whoa. Hold on a second. He compared it to a Ferrari car? No way. It was not a Ferrari van? Ferrari truck? No, Ferrari car. Okay. Crypto Face got one of those. I told Crypto Face, I said, man, you got to take me for a ride in that Ferrari car. You're
not interested in the Ferrari backpack. Only the Ferrari car.
Only Ferrari car. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. While the yellow metal reminds him of the horse and buggy days. Last June, prior to Bitcoin's epic bull run, he described the largest crypto as turbocharged gold. Miller was one of the first Wall Streeters to embrace Bitcoin all the way back in 2014. It's amazing, like the one comment that I see when I look up, it's always like the worst one. His conviction paid off after losing 90% of his net worth during the global financial crisis in the late 2000s. He crawled back to billionaire status with the help of Bitcoin and Amazon. As reported by You Today, the Miller Opportunity Trust, or the MOT, the investors' mutual fund, reported owning 1.5 million shares in Grayscale back in September. Earlier today, Bitcoin came close to regaining the $50,000 level. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody believes that Bitcoin is not the new gold. Like, I don't know anybody other than Peter Schiff that legitimately thinks that, gold is not getting replaced by Bitcoin. No, look, I think we'll always have physical gold.
Yeah.
On some level. But I do think that I think gold's main use case is going to be in technology in the future. So, which is kind of ironic if you think about it. William Lumpkin says Ferrari is better than a Lamborghini. This is what I'll say, guys. I want you guys to know. My car, I always said I would be a Ferrari, actually.
I like Ferraris a lot.
Yeah, Ferrari was because like Lamborghini just seemed a little cliche, Of course, this is Mike De La Cruz. Get out of here. I'm not addressing this again. But you know, the thing is, you have those thoughts when you can't afford one, when it's, or you think like maybe one day you'll be able to. When you're dreaming of one is what I'm trying to say. When you're dreaming of a high dollar sports car. But then something funny happened along the way, which is I got into crypto. And getting a Lambo is a meme in crypto, right? Win Lambo, win Moon, win Lambo. And so I decided a long time ago in crypto that if I ever had enough money to buy one, I was now going to get a Lamborghini because of crypto. So really, this Lamborghini is for you guys, not even for me.
There you go. Super Cool Chuck said, who would want to say when Ferrari? Pass.
Nobody. Yeah. When Ferrari car.
Yeah.
No, nobody says that.
Ferrari car.
Yeah, Ferrari car. That's the new thing. Lamborghini car. Okay, we're back at 49.8. This, what do you think about the fact that this thing just kind of you can keep moving on. We got to move the show moving on here. But what do you think about the fact that this is continually like it's just inching right above and right below, right above and right below? Brandon Hammond, by the way, says my dream is to have my comment read by Ben.
There you go.
Making dreams since 2018.
Dreams come true every day, especially in crypto.
But yeah, what do you think about that? That it's just kind of like hovering around 50,000. Do you feel good or bad about it?
I feel like that's a very Bitcoin thing for Bitcoin to do.
Yeah.
You know, like you were saying, it lulls you to sleep and then it hits you with the unexpected whenever you think you know what it's going to do. It's going to, you know, like you got people saying right now, we can't go below 50K. We got to hold that support. If we do, we're going to break down a little lower before going up. So, of course, Bitcoin's just going to sit right on the line, flirt with it, and, you know, hopefully move up in a major way. That's what I feel like. But I'm okay with hanging here for a couple days if we need to establish a strong support around 50K before moving up again.
Well, Carl said yesterday, if you guys saw that the video with Carl yesterday, I mean, he said we got to break through it or we're in trouble. Like we can't test it, get a major rejection, and test it again soon. That's what he says. So, Ben read my comment before, or Ben read my comment before. It cured my ed. I don't know what ed is. I don't know who ed is, but
probably
glad
dysfunction.
I cured that. Ethereum settled over $6 trillion in transactions in past 12 months. I'm scared right now.
Yeah.
Ethereum settled over $6 trillion in transactions. Speaking of Ethereum, like we were a little bit earlier, past 12 months, 369% increase over 2020. 1.5 trillion worth of transactions were settled in Q3 alone. Ethereum is hitting new milestones by the week. It appears, as data from Masari shows, that a staggering $6.2 trillion in transactions were recorded in the past 12 months. Compared to 2020, that represents a 369% increase in transaction volume. Unsurprisingly, the price of Ethereum has increased significantly alongside this jump in usage. Somebody said Ed has what? That's very sad. The Ethereum network is currently in the midst of upgrading to ETH 2.0, which will bring a shift to proof-of-stake consensus, scalability improvements, among other features. This will greatly increase the usability of the network, even as many competitors like Cardano introduce smart contract upgrades. ETH 2.0 is still a ways off from releasing all its features. NFTs and DeFi are boosting Ethereum. And I tell you what, like I certainly didn't think that when NFTs started becoming popular, that they were going to be such a major player in DeFi. Like, I don't know. I just didn't connect the DeFi, the NFTs were DeFi in the beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all thinking like financial products, but the reason why, if you guys want to get technical about the definition of decentralized finance and all of the different categories that make up decentralized finance, TJ, do you know the reason why NFTs are considered DeFi?
Why NFTs are considered DeFi?
Yeah.
Because you have access to a product that could appreciate that doesn't have a third-party intermediary. It's decentralized.
I mean, in a way, yes, that's correct. In a way. If you want to get technical, it's because basically NFTs are they're decentralized exchanges, really. Right? Anybody can go on the platform as long as you have the funds and you can buy it. It's not like, it's not a centralized exchange. NFTs' ability to be exchanged, decentralized is what makes them technically DeFi. So money's exchanging hands for a product is peer-to-peer. And so that's what kind of fits it into that category, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about yesterday that NFTs in this cycle are kind of like the ICOs of last cycle, like
they really are.
The new implementation of tech to get things to much more on the up and up, I would say, than the ICOs were. A lot less sketchy, but definitely is kind of the hot thing of this cycle.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. Also, total value locked across multiple chains nears $200 billion. The total amount. So we talked about Ethereum, but look how much other stuff is out there. DeFi tokens skyrocket. Total value locked in dApps grow to 195 billion as Axie Infinity and Shiba Inu see top gains. So pretty interesting. Right now we got 14,375 viewers, 4,684 likes. Guys, we're trying to get 7,000.
I think we can do it.
I think we can. Do us a favor. Stop what you're doing. Hit the like button, and then you're not about to ruin the day for everybody.
Oh, wow. Read that.
Alex and 6. Ben, thank you so much for reading my comment. I show my friends that you read it and they begin crying. I never know how to respond because of you, Ben. I get so many beaches. Yeah. Beaches. He has a lot of trips he goes on. Bless up. # Godspeed. I can't believe you had me read that. He gets a lot of beaches. Travels around. Goes to a lot of different places where there's water and sand, oceans, a lot of resorts, a lot of beaches this guy gets. So very excited about that. Okay, let's move on. You set me up for failure.
I didn't read the whole comment.
Did you think it was real at first?
I thought, yeah, it was funny.
You thought it was like a really heartfelt, like,
yeah. I just read.
Thank you, BitBoy Crypto, for making me all the money.
Yeah.
We get that a lot. I mean, you guys would be surprised. I mean, we definitely know we got haters out there. But when we go to these events and people come up to us, a guy showed me his $1 million portfolio. So it's all because of stuff we talked about on this channel. I mean, that stuff is truly humbling. So
that's happened a couple times. And the guy was even in construction. He said, you know what? I don't have to work this job anymore, but I do just because I know
multiple guys in construction who are now millionaires.
Exactly. That are, optionally retired, basically, because of crypto. It's awesome.
Absolutely. A lot of people asking about VeChain today. Is there VeChain news today?
I don't know. We've been getting asked if we've heard anything about them getting listed on Coinbase, which I haven't. No. As far as I know, that's going to be a tough road because
I'll be honest with you guys. I do not think VeChain will ever be on Coinbase.
I don't either. I don't think they want it.
I think that's what it boils down to. Yep. I think it has to do with China and the United States and Coinbase and Brian Armstrong and the SEC. And I would wonder if with as much infiltration to the American markets as China has managed to acquire, including basically going through Canada to get to the U.S. stock markets with Chinese funds, I would be interested to see if that plays into this somewhere, where they feel like if they allow, VeChain, that I'm sure China has a large holding on, if it's kind of letting them into our market. I don't look at it like that. I wouldn't think, and look, we're very hard on the CCP, of course. But I just think, like, if you're a VeChain holder, I think your hopium should not be VeChain getting to Coinbase. I think it should be all the things that it can do in its use case. You no longer have to have something on Coinbase to be successful. Those days are gone. So there's plenty of things that are on other exchanges that crush it that are not on Coinbase. If we were to go to Coinbase and see what is not on Coinbase. Binance Coin is not on Coinbase. It's number 3. Right. So there you go.
It's a competitor.
Is Polkadot on Coinbase?
I believe it is.
I think it is now. Yeah. Late edition. I don't know if Terra is. Avalanche just got on at number 13. It does look like most of the top coins are, though. No, I'm looking. VeChain is definitely one of the only 3 or 4 that are not on Coinbase. So I just don't think it's that big of a deal for it to get on Coinbase. So there you go. All right. Fed Reserves adopts ISO 2022 format or 222 format for payments that Ripple is compliant with. This is once we really get into the stuff with Ripple, guys, where it's not just about the token. It's about the system that Ripple has built with RippleNet. That's really what gives Ripple the value and what will be adopted by the banks. According to a press release came out Monday, the U.S. Fed spread the word that all banks are going to implement the 222 system for FedWire Fund service. This new format of messaging allows for the enhancement of real-time payments both at home and cross-border. Besides, it will enable banks and other institutions to implement measures against money laundering. Ooh. Also, the Fed board asked the public to comment on its plan to enable the FFS start running on ISO 222. Board also suggests banks should not take 3 stages to adopt a new message format, but switch it in one day. Here's the big part. FFS enables real-time settlements run by the Federal Reserve banks. The system enables financial institutions and corporations to make transactions in a secure manner. On October 1st last year, Ripple's Senior Vice President of Product, Ashish Birla, took to Twitter to announce that Ripple had already been compliant with ISO 222 and therefore is ready for 2030. He believes the new standard, together with RippleNet, will completely change the industry of payments within the next 10 years, because he already knows that is happening. Oh, people are asking about QNB. I didn't realize that's not a crypto project. That's the bank. I guess that's the Bank of Qatar. Is that what that stands for? QNB? It's got to be Qatar National Bank, right?
Probably.
Ripple partnered to enhance cross-border payments. QNB, the largest financial institution in the Middle East and Africa. So this is the largest institution in Middle East and Africa. Look, guys, we've already been looking at, Ripple's been taking over the APAC region. They've been taking over Latin America. They've been moving into Africa. Now they're heavy in Africa, Middle East as well. I told you guys over the summer, I think, that the Middle East big new target was going to be XRP, to watch out for that. So, and look, I do know it feels like we've been talking about Ripple pumping forever, and it hasn't. It's going to. I can assure you guys, this is going to happen. All these banks are going to be using it. When the settlement comes, everyone is going to be eating crow and looking at this channel and saying they had it right the whole time. We may not have had the timeline right, but they're going to be saying we had it right the whole time for sure. According to the agreement with both sides, QNB will initially pilot Ripple's global financial network technology, RippleNet, with QNB Finance Bank in Turkey as part of a group rollout, with plans to expand other key remittance corridors in the future. What happened there? Oh, that's sexy. Through RippleNet, QNB aims to improve cross-border payments. So this is the largest bank in Middle East and Africa. This is really crazy. It's going to be now working with Ripple. Last Ripple story, 6 XRP token holders to speak in Ripple SEC case as Circle gets subpoena. We're going to actually...
Yeah.
Are we covering that?
Next.
Next, actually. So we can go ahead and, this, move on, because this does involve this. We have 2 stories here about this. 6 of them, 6 Ripple holders. They call this Americas Cure, I think, where it basically means that these people are like invested in the case, but they're like not actually involved in the case. We will have more on that on our XRP video this week. But it says they'll get their day in court in the long-running saga that has pitted senior Ripple executives against the SEC. Regulators refusing to let up in its crackdown on crypto-related firms, and it served up Circle Financial, the issuer of the second most popular stablecoin, with a subpoena. Now, notice, they did not sue Circle. Circle is not under investigation themselves right now. It's just a subpoena to come in and speak, which we'll get to here in a minute. They're talking about upside down pineapples?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it goes off the rails every
What is
day
going
in this
on
chat.
over there? You're always eating asparagus?
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know what asparagus means.
Has health benefits.
Health benefits.
Yeah.
Health benefits. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I do not get any of those benefits. It's amicus, not Americus. Okay, thank you for that. Ripple case, which resolves around the assertion executive knowingly sold unregistered security, yada, yada, yada. Judge Annalisa Torres wrote, the court should be allowed to hear the meaningful perspective of XRP holders. I told you guys yesterday, this news is all about Dog and Pony Show. That's what it's all about. Dog and Pony Show. Parade the investors in front. They feel like they had their day in court, feel like they had their say in what's going on. John Deaton, their lawyer, was in a celebratory mood. Let's see. Do we have any date for this? No. I'm hoping this doesn't happen. I'm hoping they settle before this happens. But USDC stablecoin issuer Circle cooperating with SEC investigation.
Shocker.
Whew. Circle, what were you gonna say something?
Well, it's basically Goldman Sachs. You know, like, this is just as much of a dog and pony show as, you know, Coinbase and SEC going
Absolutely.
at it. This is just that. Basically, this is their opportunity for everybody to get on the same page. Like, we're going to take this together. But go
ahead. Let's see. It's cooperating fully. Circle, the company behind the USDC stablecoin, has been under investigation by the SEC since July of 2021. According to the company's regulatory filing. So I guess they are under investigation, but they've not been officially, they haven't been served with a case, like a lawsuit.
Right.
In July 2021, we received an investigative subpoena from the enforcement division, fully cooperating with their investigation. In August, Circle and the SEC faced off for a second time in the summer, with stablecoin backer agreeing to pay the regulator over $10 million after Poloniex, a former subsidiary of the company, operated as a digital asset exchange without the requisite permissions. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
I wasn't listening.
Okay, you know Circle had bought Poloniex, and then they split again.
Yeah.
But did you know that just because Circle owned them for a brief period of time, I think about a year, they had to pay $10 million to the SEC?
Wow.
For what Poloniex did before they...
Yeah. Basically, they bought them, settled out that case. I think a big part of it was they had a BIT license, so that it allowed Circle to operate in New York and get around a lot of those regulatory purposes. And yeah, Poloniex was not a great exchange. So they bought it to get some of the assets that Poloniex had. It was worth it to pay the $10 million to make all the stuff go away. Because I do remember when that happened. Yeah, and $10 million isn't really much to them.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Let's see. And then they go in talking about Dirty. This is a new nickname, Dirty Gary. Dirty Gary.
Greasy Gary.
Yeah, he's going into, well, it's like Dirty Harry.
Yeah.
Dirty Gary. He's no Clint Eastwood.
No.
He's basically, you know, going after stablecoins. Guys, this is what this all has to do with is stablecoins. This is what Gary Gensler wants to go after. They're setting the table. Once again, this is about deleting the stablecoin yield returns instead of, you know, the government making the money. Right? You got individuals making the money, and they don't like that. The stablecoin returns, especially like when you talk about the fact that we're near a debt ceiling right now, and even when we expanded, our debt is out of control. Everybody knows that. The bond market, I've told you guys, drives the entire world economy. Okay. So what happens is you get these questions about this debt ceiling and, you know, whose returns are the best. It's kind of like you're almost hurting the government if the government can't accept more money from people, because we look at it like this when we talk about a debt ceiling, it's how much they owe, right? But it's really like, if you think of your credit limit, it's how much you can spend, right? You owe the money, but it's how much you can spend is actually your credit limit. And when you bump up against that, you can't spend anymore. You've got no more credit. Well, with the yields on the bonds, it's the same thing. Yes, they can't, you know, the debt is too high. If it gets worse, they'll default. But this means they can't take in any more money, because if they take in more money in bonds, which are the safest investment in the world, U.S. Treasury bonds, then that means that they don't have any more to pay out eventually, right? They won't add more debt. They can't accept more loans on the front end because that would add to their debt down the road. That means the government would basically stop, right? That's what the government lives on, is these bonds. If you don't know what bonds are, it's basically how individuals and institutions let the government borrow money on the front end, and they'll get a small return on the back end, but they're extremely safe. So this is what this is all about. It's about coming after these stablecoins. My prediction for this is basically that USDC is going to play a role in probably harming other platforms that are doing these stablecoin returns, whether it's BlockFi, Celsius, any of these other ones, and then they're going to skate free. I think that's what we'll see here. They'll basically get no punishment, or maybe same thing, just a little bitty slap on the wrist, which is what we generally see. Let's talk about this. Gosh, Wendy was scared to say this yesterday on the show. Pandora Papers. I'll say it. Pandora Papers.
That's a good voice.
You like that one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
So, do you know the celebrities that were named in this?
I do not.
Elton John.
Okay.
Shakira. Enrique Iglesias. I can't remember the other one. Maybe somebody else will remember.
Yeah.
Somebody said Smellin' Yellen. That's pretty funny. Never been close enough to sniffer. I think there's probably a president hair sniffing joke somewhere there, but I'm going to leave that where it be. The thing is that these papers are absolutely crazy, but they don't involve a lot of United States information. We're going to be hearing more about this. And this is so interesting. This came out yesterday, and then Facebook goes down. I think it's Facebook deleting their own stuff to hide things. Yeah. But could this be a connection? Definitely the timing is sketch at best. Now, look, a lot of people will say, I got people in here saying the Pandora Papers are dumb. You've read all 12 million documents. XRP Master says BitBoy was named in the Pandora Papers.
Yeah, somebody said Crypto Brenda and I were too.
That's pretty funny. No crypto people that we know of were named in this. But what all this has to do with is tax havens. Now, tax havens are not illegal. You know, I mean, I certainly, would make use of them or will make use of them or am making use of them. No problems with tax havens. They're totally legal to do. But the issue here is South Dakota has now become a tax haven for money from all over the world, from leaders, in the case of the family that runs, excuse me, Azerbaijan, which that's the country I was alluding to yesterday. What would you consider Azerbaijan? It's not Europe. It's not Asia. Would you consider it Asia?
It's in that weird.
What do you call that?
Isn't
region?
that just?
It's not the Middle East.
I was gonna say I'd probably say Middle East, but that's a generalization.
Yeah, if somebody could tell, what do you call that region? It's like
I feel like
the former Iron Curtain is what it is. Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Afghanistan probably flows into that. Afghanistan I probably would consider Middle East, but everything outside of that I wouldn't.
There's an Eurasia is what somebody
Eurasia
said.
was what I was kind of thinking you would call that. The Near East. Near East. I can see that. People are saying Eurasia
or just
Eastern
Asia.
Blocks, former commie bloc.
Eurasia seems to be the
most
Eurasia.
Common. I've learned on TikTok that no country's ever actually been communist. I learned that yesterday.
What?
Yeah, just this girl, she did this whole video explaining how communism definitely works, and we've got to change to it, but the whole world's got to adopt it, and no country's ever actually been communist.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because you can't actually do, I don't know. These communists are idiots. I can't really get into it.
Yeah. Somebody needs to read some history.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways, but the point here is that the family that runs Azerbaijan, they basically have looted their entire country and they're sending all the money to South Dakota. So we've got like bad international actors hiding money in South Dakota. And it all has to do with some quirky rules involving perpetuity. How you can actually put money in South Dakota, and as long as you keep it in there, you never have to pay capital gains and you never have to pay like inheritance tax to transfer the money out, or to transfer ownership to somebody else. And it creates a situation where South Dakota's got a lot of money in there and they're earning interest on it, which is good for South Dakota. But, you've got a lot of interesting criminal, international, geopolitical elements that are playing into that. A lot of these people were, I see this comment here. Jason Parker says, capitalism has never been tried correctly. So what everybody's, what have we been running for all these years?
They would say here in the U.S. is crony capitalism. It's not true capitalism.
Of course. I think he's like mocking. I think really what Jason's doing there is he's mocking the communism never been tried. Like, yeah, that's the other thing is like capitalism never been tried. Then what have we been doing? Like why haven't we tried any of it? I think because the way that we run things is the actual only way you can run things, all the different political systems we have in the world. Because at the end of the day, people run them and they're imperfect and they have problems, and you'll never have you. Really what communists want is they want utopia. They want it to where they don't have to do anything and they have everything provided for them. I don't think that communists realize that people direct and they're always going to keep the most for themselves. No group of people are ever going to be like, you know what? Let's just do everything for everybody else. That's not really the way things work. I don't know if you understand the human condition. Azerbaijan is part of Central Asia. You would consider that. So very interesting. But these papers includes a lot of stuff. We're not going to get too much into the details of it, but 100 billionaires were included in this, rock stars, business leaders. There's actually a 2-hour podcast. Now, this was put together by the consortium of investigative journalists in Washington. And they actually, what they did, I think they did a 2-hour podcast on all the main findings that they found, discovered. I also saw another person talking about, you should go read the 12 million documents. Yeah, she was like, now look, I highly suggest everyone goes and reads these papers.
Jeez.
12 million documents. How many of them documents do you think you can read, TJ?
I mean, I could read.
Name those documents. How many documents could you read?
Could I read? I could read them, but
12 million?
If I committed my life to it, but I'm not going to read one.
I don't know if you could get through 12 million in a lifetime.
I guess it depends on how long the document is.
How many years? 12 million hours. How long is that? Hours to years? Okay, so 12 million, or, oh no, it'd be minutes. Yeah, it'd be minutes, actually. We want to do minutes. 12 million minutes. That's actually not that many. If you read a page a minute, 12.
Well, that's why I was wondering, are they one-page documents?
Yeah, I don't know. And they're probably like really tough legal ones. 23 years if you read a page a minute for your entire life.
Jeez.
Now, if you were to subtract out, sleeping, let's say you slept 8 hours.
Well, let's just double it and say 40 years.
40 years.
I could still get it done, but why?
How old are you, TJ?
32.
I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna make it that long.
Yeah, I'll live till at least 97.
Dang, that means I gotta live to at least 105.
Well, good luck.
Oh, it's gonna be tough. Okay, moving on here. Venezuela slashes 6 zeros off its currency. Somebody said Shiba Inu slashed a 0 off its currency. I think this was maybe a joke, a reference to this, maybe.
Yeah,
if so,
probably.
That was pretty funny.
That was good.
Venezuela slashes what?
I was just gonna say we're at 6,000, so I think we can get to 7,000 today. We're at 6,088. So if you guys have been
7,000 likes,
the holdouts in
Thanos
here,
joke.
just go ahead and smash that like button.
1,549 viewers, 6,088 likes. You guys could do us a favor. Make sure hit that like button.
Boom.
People keep asking about a Pi Network update. I've been seeing that a lot lately.
89 babies. What are they talking about?
89 babies?
I just see Wesley Lancaster said 89 babies. Woot woot TJ. I don't plan to have. Oh, I was born in 89. Got it.
Oh, 89 babies.
Got it.
I certainly hope you don't have 89.
No, I think 4 is enough for me.
Pi Network update. I do Pi Network on my phone. I have like almost 600,000 coins, maybe more. Because I have so many affiliates. We did one video, but right now they're worthless. If you own Pi Network tokens right now, they're worthless. The only value that Pi Network tokens will get is if they get on an exchange. And at this point, there's been no news on exchanges. We had some rumors about a year ago that maybe something was happening. Haven't heard anything since. But I figure it's the extra energy on my phone. Took a flyer on it. I'd refresh it every day so it mines. So I don't even think we have a referral link for it anymore. But I mean, I do somewhere. But I got enough at this point. We'll just see what happens. If ever worth anything, that'd be great. If it goes to $1 million, I'll be a zillionaire. So it's great. I don't think it's gonna happen. So me versus Pi. What is your favorite kind of pie, TJ?
Ooh, I don't know. That's an interesting. I just like I said yesterday, I don't do well with picking favorites, but I like fruit. Like apple pie's fine. Blackberry.
Cobbler.
I don't. What's the difference between pie and cobbler? I don't
No
know.
idea. I would never eat either.
Yeah.
No fruit pies.
But I don't do a lot of like chocolate, lemon meringue, pecan or pecan.
Pecan.
But yeah, generally fruit flavored stuff. But I'm really not a big pie person in general. I like ice cream. I'll eat a lot of ice cream.
He does every day. He eats ice cream.
Not every day.
He orders DoorDash every night at like 11 o'clock. I don't even know where you get ice cream at 11 o'clock. I don't even know.
Brewster's.
There you go.
You gotta Uber Eats it on Brewster's.
I'm going number 1, pecan pie for sure. Number 2, I'm going buttermilk pie. Number 3, I'm probably going sweet potato pie. That's what I'm doing right there. Yeah. Somebody said cream pies. I don't.
That's something else.
That's like what you put in somebody's face. Like you just like, or is that like a shaving cream pie?
Oh god.
That's what you do of like,
All right.
I don't know. You
Back
do to the
Venezuela.
principal at your school. That's true, though, isn't it?
I think it is.
Is that really a kind of pie that people eat?
Some people. Some people eat it.
I guess. Some people don't. I don't know. I don't know much about it.
Some people just spit it out.
Good boy out.
That was it. That's the end of the stream.
I'm being serious.
Oh,
I'm not. Like, I'm being serious. Like, is that a real pie? Like,
I have no idea.
I guess it's like whipped cream. Like whipped cream in a pie crust. Do people really eat that, or is it just for slamming into people's faces?
I think it's just. I don't know. I've never eaten it.
Okay.
Have you?
No.
Okay.
I've never had it.
Okay.
I probably would do it though. I'd probably just.
I like. Turbo said oatmeal cream pies. I do like oatmeal cream pies.
I love oatmeal cream pies.
Yeah.
Love oatmeal cream.
Really?
This has gotten so far off.
Do you really? Or
yeah.
Because you usually don't like oatmeal flavored.
No, I love oatmeal stuff. I don't like raisins.
Oatmeal raisin.
Raisins. I hate raisins. I won't eat an oatmeal raisin. For sure. So, okay. So, I mean, guys, I was trying to be serious. People took this to a really dirty place. I did not mean to. I really didn't this time.
We're at 6,800 likes though, so we're gonna get there.
Get to 6,900. We can do it. Venezuela slashes 6 zeros off its currency. Bolivar keeps losing ground against the dollar. This story we've not really given its proper due. Central Bank of Venezuela applied the announced redenomination plan for the national fiat currency, the Bolivar, on October 1st. Redenomination implied slashing 6 zeros from the currency to make payments and currency handling easier. According to earlier statements, however, just hours after applying the measure, the Bolivar lost more than 20% of its value against the dollar. Venezuela slashes 6 zeros from its currency. You can't even make this up.
No, that's a meme in and of itself.
6 zeros off its currency? Effectively making 1 million bolivars just 1 bolivar now.
Wow.
That's absolutely insane. But this is what I want to say about this, because a lot of people are using this to kind of, talk about Bitcoin, like Bitcoin doesn't do this, yada, yada, yada. Condensation is dripping up here, by the way. It's like dripped like 3 times. The thing is that this is not happening in the United States. A lot of people will talk about that. They clip that.
Of course. T Salty clips everything. Salty. He doesn't miss.
So salty.
Yeah.
Is that, hyperinflation has occurred in Venezuela, and like we're going to see that here in America, and no. The world, I said this on Around the Blockchain yesterday, the world will not allow that to happen in the United States. We are too important for the world economy at this stage. In the future, 10, 20 years down the road, if things go south, maybe. But right now, there's absolutely not. There's no way that is going to happen. So do want to point that out. All right, last story of the day here. Bank of America offers bullish outlook for DeFi and NFTs. Forever Jovem says, by the way, TJ and Ben, people in Venezuela don't use a Bolivar. They use USD and crypto. I'm from Venezuela, so I know this for a fact. That we do understand that's true. Yeah. The currency is a meme.
Right.
They make crafts out of the currency.
Right. It's worth less than the paper it's printed on.
Yeah. I love when I actually get to watch the show live. Great show as usual. I love our Republic. Well, thank you for that.
Oh,
do you think we'll ever do a thing where we'll do live studio audiences in the new building?
Sure. I mean, we have a small live studio audience in here sometimes, but yeah, in the new place when we have more space for seating, we'll probably
have 20 or 30 people in there. We have tickets.
Maybe not 20 or 30, and maybe we'll see.
I don't know.
We'll talk about it. 20 maybe.
Tickets.
I don't know about tickets, but maybe.
You don't think they'd come for us like they come for Good Morning America?
I mean, they would maybe make it, but those aren't tickets. Those are all free seats.
I don't mean pay like we do with the Eventbrite.
Yeah, it'd be like an NFT. By the way, we hit 7,000 likes. So, boom. Also, we have people in the chat saying if this is how feisty we get when Bitcoin hits 50K, watch out when it hits 100K.
It's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be wild.
Y'all are gonna love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait till things are going bullish again. Like, I mean, where it's like everything's going like parabolic or pybolic, as some people say. Bank of America offers bullish outlook for DeFi's and NFTs. Yeah, we know this. They already said this. They already said this a while back. We got some new reports from them. They say crypto is a trend that's barely started. Want to know how you're early? The bank said so. Money is the easiest application. The Bitcoin use case started there. Bank of America has published a report published by on Monday by BOA subsidiary B of A Securities. I like saying BOFA Securities.
BOFA.
offers a nuanced appraisal of the digital asset sector that highlights innovation taking place within the DeFi and non-fungible token sectors. Reports asserts that the crypto sector's $2.15 trillion market capitalization is too large to ignore, highlighting that the digital asset ecosystem has evolved to encompass so much more. For us, digital assets are not about payments per se. They're about a new computing paradigm. Programmable computers, accessible everywhere to anyone, and owned by millions of people globally. Let's see. They said volatility is associated with NFTs, saying there's heightened risk in that segment. That's why we call them degens. Angelo's D. Throw it to Angelo's D, TJ.
Throw it to Angelo's D. Thoughts on Blocktopia launch for tomorrow? BitBoy featured.
I saw that. There was a story with us in it.
Yeah, well, and Blocktopia is one of those new metaverses. And isn't this the one where they get the special weapon if they hold one of our Bitverse NFTs?
I think that's Evaverse.
Evaverse. There's a lot of these metaverses out there right now. Blocktopia, though, if you pull up their website, very cool. Oh, there you go. I can see our logo on the.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Well, let that first thing load. Oh, where'd you go? Go back. Yeah, on that big tower, you'll see it spinning. You'll see the logo. Give it a second. There's a big tower coming.
Boom! There it is. There it is.
So we're all over it.
Ah, God, I'm so excited. Like, you know, I never thought I would be. Look, I've always been kind of on the cutting edge of trends. You know, like, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I've always been kind of hip. It's very apparent. I'm very hip, right? So, fanny packs, everything like that. You know, I rock them. They're cool. But, you know, sandals with socks, you know, rock those sometimes, you know, living the life. But when it comes to technology, like, I never saw myself as a person that would be on the cutting edge of this stuff, like 10 years ago. But man, we are on the cutting edge of this metaverse stuff. This metaverse stuff is going to be the biggest niche in crypto for a period of time. How long? I don't know. We're seeing them pop up everywhere. Evaverse, Blocktopia, Sandbox, you know, it's been around for a while. I talked on Carl's channel. It's either out today or yesterday. I don't know when he's putting it out, but we talked about metaverses and NFTs and gaming, and definitely a lot of really cool stuff. You know, coming for this. You guys see Crypto Windy O involved in it, Polygon, a lot of big stuff coming on with Blocktopia, so we're excited about it. We are invested in Blocktopia.
Yes,
I believe, right?
I believe.
Yeah, I think we are. So, I just don't know what our relationship is with it. I got people that handle that for me, so I don't even really know anymore what we're invested in at all times. But somebody said that I should Google cream pie. That is not happening. Just so y'all know, that is. If you're trying to trick me into that,
yeah.
I came with that question from a very
honest place.
From a very honest place. I really did. Like, I really didn't think that was going to turn into that. Yeah. I really didn't. I didn't think that. But it did very quickly.
Yeah, it got out of hand.
So it got very out of hand. I was just talking about seriously, like, is that really a pie? I don't know.
I believe it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think people do actually eat it.
In crypto, Brenda. I know. I thought about that as soon as I said it. I said, oh no, I just made it like 10 times worse. All right, guys, I got to get out of here before I say something I'm going to regret. What's today? Tuesday?
Today.
Oh, they're not live streamed today, though, are
October 5th. No, I don't think they are.
J-Chain.
Ruthless J.
Ruthless J. New name for J.
Yeah. Big day for him.
All right, guys. That's all we got for today. Excited. Let's see Bitcoin get over 50K today. Let's see it tomorrow be, you know, at 175K. We'll see what happens. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.